we're off to church. So those that gave me prayers and good wishes, I appreciated. And yes, we're still tired. I don't think we're going to recover, but I'm moving. I don't quite know how. But by the grace of God, I guess we should say, but we're off to church. So I appreciate everybody's just, again, prayers and good thoughts yesterday as we were moving everything. Nobody got hurt. We had a lot of help. I didn't have to do much, but I'm still sore. And just the thought of all of the moving that had to take place was stressful. So I hope everybody's having a good morning this morning. That way I don't look like you can see half my face not covered in the sun. Hi Martizas, hi Tammy, how are you doing? So anyway, that's where we're at. I hope everybody has a good day today. We're going to go to church. I'm planning on coming home and resting. I usually have we have our counseling appointment tomorrow, but I'm going to reschedule that because I don't have the energy for it. And I think that's important. I think you need to know when you're mentally exhausted as well as physically exhausted that trying to go to therapy to deal with past traumas is exhausting. And you need to know when you're up to it and when you're not. And I thankfully have a therapist who says, I understand when you're not. And I will be willing to go with that. So I'm gonna call her up. Hi Mona, how are you, sweetheart? I am so good. I'm so glad, Tammy, and that you're resting today and you're home. I've been really, really praying for you and praying for the people. We got an opportunity yesterday, if you didn't see my live, to bless somebody. We went to the storage unit and there was a couple there that just were down on their luck, and they were there filling or getting something from their storage unit, and they offered help, and we were able to fill their gas tank yesterday. And actually our church even offered that if we couldn't fill it that they were going to fill it for us, and send this couple off to with a full gas tank. Hi Sandy. So that was really a blessing. We were able to witness to them as we were being served. I think people forget that the act of service, and it doesn't have to be anything physically. It can be just calling and talking to a friend, reaching out when they need you, bringing them a chicken from Sam's Club. It doesn't have to be major, but it can speak volumes to other people surrounding you. And that couple, maybe they got witnessed to yesterday. They got spoken to. They got thought of. And sometimes it's just the littlest things. It doesn't have to be huge. But God certainly brings the right people in your life at the right time. And sometimes we have to say, okay, we don't know how this is all going to pan out, but God, you certainly do. That was us yesterday, big time. So anyway, I thought, well, I'll just use the same thumbnail because it says we're dog tired, and I'm like, yep, I'm still dog tired today. I couldn't fall asleep last night because I had taken several naps throughout the day, and then by 12 I was kind of drifting in and out. You have to finish laundry. Go finish laundry. The thing that never ends. I don't care what you do. You think, oh, I'm done. I've got all the laundry done. And then you can look and realize that the clothes that you are wearing still need to be put in the laundry. So it is one thing that never gets done. And I sit there and go, Lord, when we're in heaven, we don't have to think about laundry. The never-ending job. I don't care what you do. So it's sunny out. It's not raining out. We were very thankful for that because it rained for like 2 days prior to Saturday. And we're like, oh, please let it not rain. It's just very, very windy. So we're a little windblown this morning. doesn't blow me away, but we're a little windblown. And I uploaded a short of Mocha. It's so cute because she gave us a little head tilt. And I went 343 subscribers. Thank you all. I'm so excited. I'm only like 107 or 157 away from 500. And if anybody wants to give me some watch hours, it would be appreciative tremendously, because I'm about 2,500 away, I think, or 2,600 away from what that needs to be. So realize that if you mute the sound totally, they won't count. And I think you have to like clear your YouTube history, I think, in order to be able to have a count. I think I have to look into all that, but people have said if you have it less than 30% volume, then if you play it on the replay, it doesn't count. So anyway, so I hope everybody has a good day. If you're new to this channel and you hopped on and you're wondering what this lady is doing and what this channel is all about, we just do a lot of fibromyalgia talk and crochet, and I don't teach anybody how to do it, and I don't show patterns and do all that stuff. But we just do a lot of connection. We focus on that. You know, I've raised a special needs child. I've dealt with addiction in my family, and I hope to be able to bring people on too that can help you that are maybe going through something that I would say a novice at, but it really isn't something I've experienced. I want to have people on that just want to chit chat and have, you know, talk and have fun and so forth, and come together and you know, just do that thing. I think we've forgotten how to be friends and how to have a conversation and how to chit chat and so forth and so on. So I see a U-Haul in front of us. Is that supposed to be like a rub in our face this morning? They're turning. I don't want to see another U-Haul right now. I was like, I don't want to see it. That was right in front of us. I'm like, no. So anyway, and I'm glad to be done with having to pay $75 a month for storage. So I don't know how my daughter is faring this morning. We will see. I brought her a rotisserie chicken and a Caesar salad mix and some frozen tater tots for her to throw a meal together real quick, because she's just got to be exhausted. And some other things, you know, for her to take home so she doesn't have to think about dinner. So you went to the museum and had lunch. I wish I could have been at the museum. I think I'd have preferred that over emptying a storage unit. What kind of museum, Sandy? What was it about? I haven't been to a museum in a coon age. You know where I want to go to is one of these days is I've really never been to Cleveland. But I would love to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'd love to go just once.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
One of these days. My husband wants to go to the Football Hall of Fame, but I want to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I want to go to Baseball Hall of Fame.
I want to go see their Elvis section. I'll be happy.
And
I was trying to ask Johnny yesterday in the chat when he was on with Calhoun what he thought about James Burton, which was Elvis's guitarist. And he often was on stage and he would always have a pink guitar. And I was trying to see what his opinion of James Burton was. You can hear him in a lot of stuff and so forth in the setting back there. And I was wondering what Johnny's opinion of James Burton, because he's also in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So I was just kind of curious. I thought, what is his opinion of James Burton's guitarist? So he's very, very good guitarist. If you weren't good, you weren't getting on stage with Elvis. That it was for dang on sure, because he noticed it. He could tell. And anyway, we went to Washington, Josh and I went. I have never been so sore. Well, yeah, no, I can't say that. There's been times I've been just as sore. And we went to, we did a lot. We didn't realize how much walking was in Washington. And we went, he had never been, I had been, but we went to several of the museums around Washington, D.C. shortly after we were engaged. That was very interesting. But boy, were we sore. Oh my goodness. Because we drove, we flew into Cincinnati to meet his family. I had met some of them prior. And then we went and saw some of my family in Maryland. And we drove there. And then we went to Washington, and we stayed in Washington, D.C., so we could see some of that. And I had a friend in Washington. And then we went back and drove back to Cincinnati and stayed for a couple more days before we flew home to Fort Lauderdale. But we were so sore. Oh my goodness. I remember the hotel saying, because we stayed in a hotel and the breakfast was on the second floor. And the lady said to me, she goes, "Oh, you can go up to breakfast." It was a Residence Inn, which they have the continental breakfast. And she said, "You can go upstairs and have breakfast while we get your room ready." Because it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. We were so tired. And I just looked at the stairs going, "Do you have an elevator?" They didn't have an elevator. And I remember going up them stairs and going, oh my goodness. But,
that was
yeah.
the one in Cincinnati.
Yep. And,
it's no longer a residence.
But, one of these days I have to go back to Washington. But see, you missed the boat here. We should have taken the duck tour. And then we could have seen all of Washington, D.C. and sat down. That's what I'm doing next. But, oh, it's an amazing, amazing city. I do not recommend going in the summer because you will literally roast to death. My mother and I, because my dad was serving in the military, he had a Naval Reserve training duty. And so he would go into Naval Reserve training duty, and sometimes we were able to go in with him and go on trips with him. And we went to Washington, D.C., and it was always in the summer. Boy, did we fill on hot dogs and those bomb popsicle things, the red, white, and blue. And boy, did we have those. They're making them smaller today, but they used to be pretty big. And we used to sit and have them because they had hot dog vendors all over the place. And we were on his per diem for the day. And boy, oh boy. But I wouldn't recommend ever going to Washington in the summer. Whew. You want to talk about hot? Florida's hot, but at least you got the breeze of the ocean. Washington, D.C. is just hot. There's no doubt about it. So anyway.
You're talking about cornfields, yeah. Just hot too.
So one of these days, maybe, I don't know, I've never been, but they do have the bus, if I'm ever able to withstand it, anxiety-wise, to take the bus and go around and have them give us the tour of the Shawshank Redemption. That would be interesting maybe to do one day. Look into that and see if I could handle it. But they take you to all the places around where all the movie scenes went and happened and everything. And maybe I'll do that. One of these days, take you around, let you see all those places. I'll have to look into that one. So anyway, well, we're not too far from church. We go through Mifflin. If you sneeze the wrong way, you're gonna pass this down. I'll tell you, it's just about as.
No, we've been in Mifflin this entire time.
Or Mifflin. Well, the actual
the fire department up there is Mifflin.
Oh, well, downtown.
This is all Mifflin.
Oh well, it's very spread out. The very main part of it is
downtown.
The downtown area is you just go through it and that's about it. But there's the lake out there. Isn't that beautiful? This is Charles Mills.
Part of it, and this is the rest of it.
And then this is the rest of it over here. This is Charles Mill Lake over here. This place is gorgeous.
Lake is still flooded.
Yeah, that's all the rain we had. We had all that rain. But they have the dam, the Charles Mill Dam. They have a lovely little place to eat. And the lake there where you can sit. Josh and I did that one time. We went and picked up Jersey Mike's subs or salad bowls, and we went and ate at the Charles Mills Lake, and it was really, really nice, the dam area. So, anyway, but downtown Mifflin, just to give you all an estimate, this is downtown Mifflin, right? This starts, welcome to Mifflin. This is the downtown. We'll be out of it in a stone throws. This is just a typical typical. There's the church. It is so
That's
pretty.
not a church, it's a restaurant.
Oh, it is a restaurant? I thought it was a church. This whole entire time I thought it was a church.
Oh, that's a restaurant. The church
Well,
is down here.
Oh, the church is down here. Well, I didn't know that. Looks like a church. Anyway, this is just a classic little American town. See, that's the church down there. That's not our church, but that's a beautiful church. I thought that little thing was a church. It must have been a church at one point.
It used to be a church. It's a restaurant now.
But anyway.
We're done.
And then we're done. It was that quick. Welcome to a small American town. I mean, small. Mifflin is tiny, tiny, tiny.
You'd be amazed at how much I actually reckon. I
did. Anyway, so I hope everybody has a good day.
Deadfall.
And remembers to stay connected and try to find ways to serve others, because when you serve others, it's a great way of showing people how, what the value of serving others are. It blesses them, it blesses you, and it's a witness, whether you're trying to show God's love or whether you're just trying to show human kindness, and we don't do that enough. So if anybody can help with watch hours, I will take it. Please like and subscribe. We're getting there, one little bit by one little bit. I love all the new people that have come in to the channel and supporting, and I really just hope to just continue to. They're there to help you, lift you up, and you can do it together in a way that you can't do it by yourself. And sometimes when you're at the top of the hill, the other hill looks a lot bigger till you get down it and then realize that it's not as big as you thought. And with friends, you can get up that hill a lot faster. So anyway, of course, today I don't think I could do much of climbing any hill. That's not happening. Thank you all. Love you all. Stay connected, y'all, and have a great Sunday. And remember, Jesus, He loves you.